忘れてしまうよ。キャンペーンモード。リスタートストーリー。ハード。
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue.
Sky's unknown.
Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. Straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Should have been my best with this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Everyone here?
始まりはこんなの。
Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yuzha as
ユー
members
ジア
of the
大
International
陸
Union Peacekeeping
が舞
Force.
台か。舞台
Till
ね。
today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade.
ってことは、
As of
エース
today,
コンバッ
the
ト
Fort Gray's
4、
Air-based Squadron of the IUPF has been
4
put on
の
high alert.
後、前
All members
わ
who have
か
been
ら
ordered to
ない。
sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack,
ゼロ、
then you will.
ゼロ、
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
これは訓練ではない。オッケー。何で行こうかしら。F16。こんなん乗っちゃダメ。モルガン。モルガンとか乗っちゃダメでしょ。神殿2。かっこいい。ノスペラトゥ。F16 体育
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
めっちゃグラフィック綺麗ですね。今まで積んでたんですよ。今まで積んでたけど、ようやくやりたい気持ちが出てきたよ。
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. Sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to
メイ
runway.
ジ2。
Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
ゴーレムってガルムって聞こえるね。メイジ2が。
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Situation
Take
is tight.
off.
It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
かっこよく離陸したいよね。
Men are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage
ビュ
1.
ーン。
Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Golem 4, understood.
トントントン普通にや
This
ろう。
is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst
お、め
and
っ
stay
ちゃ
sharp.
雲ある。雲ってなかったよね、今まで。
Trigger, I'm your wingman. You fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy. There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
ミングからいただく。
Golem 1, Fox 2. Watch out for the support aircraft.
メイ2、フォックス2。
Eagle 2, bandit.
Fox 2.
Behind target and ready to attack.
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target.
Fox 2.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon. That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. But you still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Column, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
なんか戻って
HQ, attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
ネームド
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
狙われている。
Can't tell them apart.
Target is hit.
うん。あと10発。
Mage 2, locked. Missile did not connect.
Locked on target.
Missile away.
あれ。あれれ。
Fox 2.
逃げる。
Locked. Target hit.
合流したのか。音楽がエスコマと音楽どれもいいですからね。これもめっちゃ熱い音楽あるのかな、ゼロみたいな。
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of
ど
bandits.
の機
You're in
体
the clear.
使うのが楽しめるかな。まあ、順当にパワーアップしていくような。
Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on
キノ
this.
コレサバイブ
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
光線規定はただ一つ。
Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Rosa 雲の中難しいな。雲の中これでまあ
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Do that. Gollum Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa, looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Gollum 4, understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers.
見たいけど見てたいけど
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the
今日
Union
はテスト
continent
配
were
信
attacked
ぐら
in
い
the
にし
same
て
way. The damage is
短
severe.
く
Many
短く
wars
し
are
よ
lost
う
by failing to recover
も
from
う
the
ワンミッ
opening
ション
blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Ocean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Ocean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Ocean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Erusia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Erusia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched
CNN
an attack on the
news.
capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Erusia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oceans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Erusia, paid for by the Oceans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
戦わないといけないんだよ。
In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Mission 2.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the
軌道エレベー
previous
ター
war,
の
the
と
space
ころも
elevator
多
became
分
both a symbol of
後で
peace and
戦闘
valuable
なりそ
asset
う
in the fight against
なんか
our
変な
enemies.
兵器になってないかな
Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat.
地上戦か
There is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
今回私はどういうポジションその
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
どういう世界なん
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy
あ
the
そ
target.
れならまあいいか
HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
結構ターゲット多いな一発かヘリが出てきた
Fire the AA! Complete our vehicle out of there! Where's our support?
えいガン
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
You're being locked onto.
個逃したね。
コーナー事故。
コーナー事故。あー、ちょっと待って、落ちる。コーナー事故落ちる。今日はエースなコンバットです。エースなコンバット。APC。
3本線事故。
危なかった。さっきの。さっきの。めっちゃ危なかった。お、いい感じ。高圧電線怖いな。ここの高台。よいしょ。
英語音声とは2ですね。
なんとなく聞こえればよい。ミスを飛んできた。日本語音声の方がいいかな。日本語ね、でもちょっと雰囲気出るよね。ミクデストロイ。アジコフォックス2フォックス2。ミス。はい。
こういう上の方が白いところだと視聴者は字幕読めないです。
ああ、そっか。そうか。それは見落としてたというか。フォントとかでかくできんかな。あ、ミスった。ミスった、ミスった。よいしょ。フォックス2、フォックス2。
汚い、わら。
汚くない、大丈夫。汚くない。
But the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transport attack.
アンチエアリング結構激しいな。あのターゲット落とさんといけんのね。一発じゃない。ペタペタペタ。
逆にやってる人は字幕見えるんですか？
見えます。大体は見えてるつもり。つもりなん？
ロターンパパパパラープ。
危ない。パパパパパーパパパパパーしませんこれ。パパーしたら死んじゃう。ミグ21。アジコさんね、結構ミリオタなん。いや知らんけど。いや知らんけど。知っとるけど知らんけど。
そこまでいないでもないです。
あれ あれ時間切れ？何あ、なんか出てきた。無人機
What happened? Status report. Multiple bogies on radar. They're close. Wait, they're being launched. You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
ゴースト X9 ってやつ
Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All
それやばい
aircraft.
よ
You
ね
know
ゴ
what
ース
IG
ト
turns are,
ちょ
right?
っと G でやられちゃうわ。勝てんかも。
Confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
フレア撃っとる。
Saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it.
撃ったら、
I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
いや、捉えた。
Behind one. Golem 2, the enemy's reading you.
まだ落とせる無人機だ。ミソミソミソ。背中を取ったってことは、次は狙いやすくなる。ミッション2でその難易度？
Golem squadron, surround them. The enemy has a lock on you.
遠かったか。
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
I'm in his blind spot. He's mine.
Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a
ああ、
warning.
着氷する。ああ、氷か、これ。
Bandits are in the clouds. The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase them down and pull the trigger.
そうね。
フロントワイパーないんですか？
ワイパーないんですよ。ワイパ
Try
ー。
to read their movements. H2, missile launch.
もう一発与えれると思うから。最高難易度じゃないから。
Attack missed.
もらった。
Missile inbound. Evade. I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a thought I want to try.
You're doing good. H2. Just 2 more. Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster out here. H2 enemy has a lock on you. Column 3,
いただき。
So, drones don't feel the G-force, huh?
いただく。
Let's get through this without any casualties.
あれ
Full of ice
逃
formation
げ
in the
てった。
clouds.
今までの作品こんな雲とか全然なかったんですよ。セブンから出たんよ。出たんよ。はい。
Missile away. Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down.
出たんよ。わら。
Where'd he go?
お、雲の上行った？オッケー。
H2 locked. They won't show up on the radar.
おーっとやりすぎた。失敗した。はい。
No missiles remaining.
エッソなくなった。 デストロイ。
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
ミッション2で弾ゼロになるレベルってちょっと激しくないですか？ミッション2なんですけど。
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
難易度ハードにしちゃったからかな。
Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
難易度ハードにしちゃいました。
No point arguing. That's how
途中
it
で
is
変
these
更で
days.
きないって書いてある。
You shoot, someone
途
gets
中
killed.
で変更できない。
The guys in charge take care of the rest.
まあ空飛ぶときはね、エースパイロットだからね、アジコさんね。めっちゃ強い。でも今日疲れてきた。
Current target is on rails, but they're still military vehicle.
なんか F16 以外のかっこいい機体乗ってみたいな。どれもかっこいいんですけど。トロフィ
You've
ー。
given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up.
ランク B 時間かかりすぎかな。今までのエースコンバットの作品はやったやつはどれもランク一番上のランク取れるやつは取れるようにやってきた。あ、でもトイレ行きたいな。今日これミッション3のブリーフィング聞いて終わろう。せっかくサムネも作ったしね。
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack.
空母。
Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar
こう
Bay
いうところは全然字幕見えるんですけどね。
However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's
上の
sailing
方
out.
のあれってのがあん
Today,
ま良
the
くないんか
International
な。
Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator.
まあプレイ中見てるでも
Fort Gray's
チラ
Island
チラ
Air
です
Base
けど。
Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a
チラ
joint mission.
チラ。
The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft.
飛ぶ。
There's more, so listen
手が
carefully.
今日動
Right from
か
the
な
start
い
of。the war, the enemy has been deploying drones.
なんで動
They're
か
using
な
a
い。
new advanced type of drone.
あ
The
あ
unmanned airborne
Ah.
aircraft carrier, the
Oh.
Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone.
もう
MQ-101.
もう寝る時間じゃないですか、よく
The
見た
Osean
ら。
Army headed
我々は字幕見えないんで、アジコちゃんに黙られると見るところがないです。わら。
However,
字幕
it's been
読めたら
reported
よ
that carriers may have
みんな英語で
fallen
読んでるから、ちょっと日本語の音声に変えれないか見まし
into
ょ
hands.
う。
If that's true, it could be a
なぜ動
significant
かん？
obstacle.
手がね、手がなんか動きが悪い。
We need to regain control of the space elevator
一
ASAP.
刻も早い軌道エレベーター奪還を目指そうって書いてありました。ちょっと待って。オプション、オプション。サウンド。あれランゲージ。字幕。音声、日本語。字幕、日本語。OK。
字幕。
字幕。字幕。タネイ・グランダム。タネイ・グワンダム。なんです。不気味ですよ、そんなんで笑ってると。
時が未来に進むと。
時が未来に進むと。誰が決めたんだ ちょっと不気味な人になっちゃうからやめてください。やめてください。やめましょうね、そういうの。
かの確かいない。わらわら。
しょたえたたえたたえたえたたえたたあ、これね、ほら、トップガンマーヴェリックで出てきた機体も選べるやつ。あ、そうだ、ちょっと待った。今日これはここら辺でやめて、ちょっと待って。
トムキャットいいな。
ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。あれ今日はこれくらいにして、F14 もいいんですけど、どれがいいかな。第5世代パクファ。ちょっと今日は、トムキャットであと、次やるときトムキャットで行く？飛ぶ？シャートリズム、佐賀曲がまた。
トムキャットとスーパーホーネットはアフターバーナーにいるんですよ。
ああ、そうか。アフターバーナークライマックスとかもできるんだけど、全然やってないな。あれあれあ、ウォレット残高のせい？これ画面出しといていい？
あれわら。
なんだあれ 何あれちょっと待って。これ画面をちょいと失礼。おかしいな。なんかダメなんだけど。なんでちょっとダメっぽい。今日は。これをとかをやりたかったんだけど。サガフロばっかりやんって思うけどね。でもアンサガのがあるんですよね。アンサガ好きな。エッグ戦の曲もやりたかったんですけど、今日はできないね。ごめんよ。終わっちゃった。バイバイ。やろうと思ったけど。
今時下がっていって、GB はまず注目されませんからね。おつ、あじこ。
バイバイ。ちょっと計画失敗。残念。お疲れ様でした。またね。